folks. This is an update, July 21st, I believe, 2025. As you can see, I just have a lot of peppers, bell peppers, jalapenos, there's problemos back there, ghost peppers, habaneros, banana peppers, just all starting to come in now. Here I have a cucumber, and I planted two of them, so you can see the two there, and they're filling out this 3x12 area. Provides shade, provides a habitat for the cucumber to cling on to the growing containers, the handles, and on the cages, the feelers attach. It's a good example. As you can see, they're still coming and growing, and it ultimately should infill this whole area here. Been doing that the last couple years. One thing I'm doing new this year is actually growing watermelon, and as it started growing, I decided to put this netting up because, like the cucumbers, the watermelon has these feelers that like to cling on to whatever they can get a hold of for support. It's pretty amazing how they tie themselves up like that. And there's either 3 or 4 of them that comes out and just these feelers. So I kind of train and manipulate the plant to do its thing. As you can see, we have one watermelon here. This is just a standard watermelon. It's a seeded watermelon. There's one there, and I have a decent sized one started right here. There might be some more in here I'm not aware of yet. So that's the standard watermelon. And then I have a moon star watermelon, and it looks like it's kind of reaching its end as far as branching out, but it does have the most fruit on it right now. And you can see they're spotted too. All the leaves are spotted and the fruit is spotted. There's one there. There's where the container is. It's grown in a 4-gallon container. So I got 2 watermelons on here, and the rest are all tomatoes, and the bigger containers are tomatoes. You can see I have a moon star right there. I got one in a hammock there. A better shot of that. Here's the brewer. This is what delivers all the water and nutrients continuously out to the grow system. Takes less than 60 watts to run, so very efficient. Watch other videos to learn how that all works. Here's that watermelon again in a hammock. It's good size. It's on its way to being about the size of a soccer ball. Where's the other one at? Oh, there it is. There it is. Here's the other one. added leaves. It's a Moonstar watermelon. Very pretty. That has its own pot here. It's 4-gallon. And then the other watermelon is in another 4-gallon. And it's really starting to bust loose now. And starting to provide fruit, which I just showed you. I'm excited about that. And then as these get bigger, I will hammock them. This is a cherry tomato. The rest of it's these are Roma tomatoes. A ton of them in there. And what is this? The heirloom beefsteak tomato, and then another Roma. Again, loaded with tomatoes. Growing right along with the watermelon. And then another heirloom beefsteak tomato. Which I should have put another cage on top of those, but I just haven't done it. These are the shallower grow channels. These are only 2 inches in depth versus those are 4 inches, which is pretty standard in what I use. But if you are going to do this on a bigger scale and do, stuff like this, or even leafy greens, you could go with the smaller channels, use less water, and then of course use less water, the less nutrients you have to apply.